Hi everyone, it's jreneejrenee and it has been a minute. I always say that. It's been a minute since I've been on the internet sharing with you guys, and I am back and I am relaunching my YouTube channel, my Instagram, all of my social media, because now I will be doing this basically full time, really getting serious with it. And so I really want to hear back from you guys what you would like to see, because I've been really sporadic. I really don't have I don't have a style. So what I have been doing is honestly, I'll say this. I've been doing this for about 10 years. I am the first influencer. I'm the first beauty influencer with albinism. No matter what anybody else is saying out here, because I do have some haters who just can't understand, they just can't relate, and they don't want to give me the credit for what I've been doing. What I put in the work, okay? I came through first, so if you got a problem with it, that's fine with me. But the proof is in the facts, is that I was doing this before anybody else, and everybody else wants to come along and do the same. That's fine. Do your own thing, do your style, but give me my props, okay? Thank you. So anyhow, I don't really have a style with this. What I initially did with the my channel, as you can see, my channel here is called Ivory Style 411. Back in the day, and I'm talking like 10 years ago, at least 10, 11 years ago, because this is when my daughter was first born, I started what I was trying to start was like an e-magazine type style, a blog basically, because this was before influencers. See, this is the thing. People want to shade me and say I'm old, but I'm old school, yes, and I am the OG. But back in the day, we was called bloggers, and that's what I was doing, was I was sharing makeup information with other women with albinism online. I was also a makeup rep for Avon at the time, so I was also selling products to customers who were interested in makeup, to try products, try colors that were, new to them. So I've been giving this advice the whole time. I paved my own way. I did learn from like makeup mentors and things like that. I'm gonna share more about my whole story, how I became an influencer, in a whole nother video for you guys, and some other things, other topics I want to discuss. I want to share a whole lot more with you guys, and I always say this, and I've always been like ready to do this, but at the same time I had a lot of stuff going on, and I keep telling you guys this. I want to get way into that and share more about that with you guys. I'm in a new setting again. Like you guys always see, my background is changing. I've just moved into this spot here where I am now. And this is sort of like my office. I have my own business now with Ivory Beauty. I'm going to share more about that with you guys. And also, I have my whole little vanity set up here. All of my makeup is right here beside me, which is amazing because now I have a whole lot more flexibility with what I'm going to be doing. I keep saying, like, I have a lot to share with you guys. Like, I'm talking literally the last few years. I'm still catching up with so much stuff that I want to share with you guys. So today I'm just going to be talking you through getting my makeup ready, because I'm actually doing an audition right now. And did I take my photo? I didn't take my before photo, so let me do that first. Take my before photo. I think I was just about to take the photo. So this is this is literally how I audition for things, because I've never had like a professional photographer for headshots. Well, I have done one professional photography with my friend Karen and Cass at their studio. So, but for the most part, for the entirety of my 10-year career of doing things, I take my own headshots just off my cell phone, and I have booked some jobs that way. So no big deal, you know. If you can get a professional photographer, that's always recommended. I, however, am strictly on a budget and I prefer to do things myself if I can. Mainly because I feel like a lot of times people can't capture me the way that I can capture myself. So I'm gonna walk you guys through makeup today, how I'm gonna do my own makeup. Okay, so I am gonna use this. I'm gonna use the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Foundation. It looks like this. Oh wow, everything gets blown out in my photos. So I'm gonna just hold things up close to me and I will do some up close shots later on. So, also, what I'm doing right now is I'm getting ready for the masterclass of ColourPop, which is going to be with Jose Jimenez. He's going to be leading us into a Halloween virtual masterclass makeup look, which is going to be based off of his devil look, which I actually saw one day when I was scrolling. I was like, wow, that's really neat, like, because he had like the little shadow and all that. You guys will see what I'm talking about, because he's going to walk us through how to do that look. It's an exclusive class which is only open to their influencers and giveaway winners. So I did do a giveaway, and shout out to my giveaway winner, Miss Vicky. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, there will be more giveaways. So I'm going to be doing a lot better with a lot of things, because this is, I guess, what I'm supposed to be doing, you know, like I've kind of been doing the beauty influencer stuff as a hobby, and mainly because it was helping people around the world. There was no one else doing this before me, so it was something that I felt was missing, and I had an interest in makeup just because I am a visual artist. But it was never like it was never my aim to become a beauty influencer. It was more so it just happened that way because I was already working in the beauty space as a makeup artist and as a brand rep for several makeup companies in stores and at events. So I already knew how to like talk about products and demonstrate products to people, and along the way I was learning like what products I prefer to use as a woman with albinism, like what colors work best for me, and just being able to give those recommendations to that group of women, because we don't get our tips from anywhere else. So that's why I was doing that, and like I said, I will go way more into detail about my journey as a beauty influencer. I don't want to talk about all that right now, because I will do a whole nother video on that. So what else is going on? It is getting chilly out. It's fall. Summer came and went so fast, you guys. Like, I can't believe it. It's unbelievable. And I just finished working on a major TV production as a background. You know, I do background every once in a while as far as like acting. I've never really considered myself to be an actor. Like, I'm not, my goal is not to be like a principal actress, but I do enjoy the whole process of, you know, making a production, whether it's on stage or, you know, on camera. I enjoy that whole process. If I'm on camera, if I'm behind the scenes, it doesn't matter. I've always enjoyed being a part of those types of projects since I was young. I've been a performer, and you know, I will probably do a video on that as well. It's like how my like journey as a performing artist, and how I got to be on TV shows as a professional actor. You know, I've had one speaking role, which was really it was a very cool experience. But like I said, it's never been my particular goal or dream to perform as an actress. I would definitely be open to any opportunities that came to me. Because like I said, I'm sort of everywhere. I'm just like, I have a lot of interests. So right now I'm putting on the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Setting Powder. I wear the color that's called White Sands, which I do believe is their lightest shade. And I'm applying it with a sponge. However, I do not like sponges like this. Mainly because I feel like they're not sanitary. It's like, I mean, I'm not gonna wash this sponge every day. I'm using it on myself, so that's fine. But, you know, I feel ew about it because I just know it's full of germs and things, bacteria. My face is like melting in spots because earlier I did this. This is the Nair face cream because I get so much facial hair, like a real amount of facial hair, like a concerning amount for women. I have a significant amount of facial hair, which I'm pretty self-conscious about, and I do prefer to remove it. But you know, it can irritate my skin, so that's the drawback of that. So I've done pretty much my base. That Velvet foundation has really great coverage. I like this a lot. I'm not a matte, like I don't love matte so much, but I love that coverage of that particular foundation, and the color is pretty good on me. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my brows on. I'm using Just for Redheads Cosmetics brow pencil. And I have had this brow pencil for so long. It's time for me to get a new one. I love it because that color really matches my hair very well. People ask me all the time what I use on my brows, and really, yeah, I just use a brow pencil most of the time. I do sometimes use brow pomades, brow gels, but I prefer, like, it's so much easier and faster to just grab a brow pencil and color those backwards and like, so easy. But the thing, I guess the challenge that a lot of people have is the shape, especially for those of us who are vision impaired. For me, it's very simple because I'm following the shape of my natural brow and also, you know, complementing my eyes and, you know, my entire face. So if you, because I see lines, like I can see the lines, and I will talk more about that also. I've been talking about doing a brow tutorial for very long. Promised a lot of people that I would do a brow tutorial and show some different ways how to do the brows. It is still coming. It's coming soon. So sorry for the delay. Oh, also, I want to mention, because October is Blindness Awareness Month, and October is almost over. My friend Jenny is launching her podcast today, which is called Low Vision Moments, and she has albinism also, and she's from Canada, and I got to be the first guest on her show, so that was really awesome. We had a really great time recording that podcast, and I would love for you guys to check it out. I will link it below in the description for you to listen to. And if you could leave her some feedback by writing a review, that would be amazing. So the blush I'm wearing today is Milani. Really different blush. I will link the products below as well. I'm gonna try to do a lot better with that, like putting the products below, and if it's on Amazon, for you to get it there. Because I do have an Amazon influencer account, but I wasn't using it.